Conclusion. The journey to enlightenment is not easy. It requires great patience, an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, truth, and understanding, as well as a strong belief in oneself. The way is within, for only by going inside can one discover their true self and the divinity of all. Every step we take in the direction of knowing ourselves takes us closer to the realization of our infinite nature and unbounded possibilities as divine souls. We can take these steps through learning of our past lives, our life between lives research, growing through experiences, and by sharing and exchanging knowledge with others. Most importantly, each step brings us closer to enlightenment. Though our progress may seem slow at times, maintaining patience and learning to apply the 7 universal laws correctly in our lives will find us moving toward a greater understanding of reality and a future we want. In many cases, the lives shared by the subjects in these case studies were quite challenging and difficult. The majority of the subjects taken through regression were evolved souls based on the material they shared while in a hypnotic state, and my personal experience conducting readings. I have found that those with many incarnations and experiences often take quite demanding lives to accelerate their soul growth and evolvement. The lives, lessons, and bodies they choose when incarnating, and who they interact with to help them with their chosen life lessons, are carefully considered in advance with their spirit guides and counsels. While life to some reading this book may seem like an unending boot camp fraught with perils and difficulty, remember our free will enables us to have a lot of leeway in the choices we make and lessons we take when incarnating to help us advance in the spirit world. By accepting challenging lives and passing the lessons we chose for an incarnation, our soul strengthens in the process. Even when subjected to what seems a tragic or unforgiving set of circumstances within a particularly difficult life, how we respond and stand up to trials and tribulations will determine how well we did with that series of events upon review by our counsel. While some may approach the role of a counsel as judgmental and demanding, nothing is farther from the truth. Our counsels are there to guide us and help us with only our best intents in mind. It's no different than how loving and wise parents are to a child, helping them grow to adulthood with experienced advice and lessons. They are benevolent mentors, evolved beings who have had many experiences in their numerous incarnations and are well suited to help us make the best decisions for our highest interests. Growing in awareness helps to light our way, and when faced with difficult forks on our journey through life, pausing and drawing upon our intuition, knowledge, and previous experiences will aid us in making the best choices for our life possibilities. More often than not, by reflecting on what we're considering, adding prayer and meditation, and creating a well-thought-out plan, we will find ourselves more times than not on a route that is in our best interest and will lead us to the best outcomes for our soul growth. Being cognizant of the interconnectivity of everything at all levels, whether involving other human beings, animals, planets, galaxies, and universes, sets us up for greater understanding of infinite possibility. When faced with adversity, we are the beneficiaries, because it is how we learn to stand up to failure and setbacks, which marks our progress in life and helps us to evolve. Sometimes the lessons we accept in our lives seem too painful to get through or beyond. Our mind, when faced with daunting tasks, can often turn negative, leaving us with a weakened ability to accept what has befallen us, making the life lessons we have chosen that much more challenging to complete. If we learn to approach difficult circumstances or challenges in our lives as just another test and try to bend the mutable universal laws to our advantage, we can turn even what seems the most negative situation to a positive experience. By just giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt when times are tough, holding great patience and believing in ourselves, often we can turn the most trying of times into something brighter. The greatest thing we can learn on our soul journey is to try and let go of a difficult past, adapt and find success out of what we perceive as the ashes of our former self. Rising again like the phoenix and working to create a new and enjoyable life for ourselves will often find us able to make something out of what we thought was lost. Often what we mistake as missing or incomplete in our lives is the failure to recognize we have the power to reverse our course by applying the universal laws correctly. Enlightenment at its core is finding ourselves. Growth in wisdom comes with time and crowns those who seek eternal knowledge and understanding. I hope this book helps you on your journey, and that the path you are on in this life takes you to fulfilled dreams and completed lessons. When death beckons once more, may it bring the promise of a heartfelt and joyful reunion with your guides, soul group, departed loved ones, and counsel after crossing over and joining them again in the higher realms.